Vote for justice.
Vote for freedom.
Vote for opportunity.
Vote for equality.
Vote like your life depends on it.
Let's do it for you. Let's do it for you. Let's do it for you.
About to break my wrist. Can you stop? You are about to stop.
Get in the car. Mama.
Get up. Get in the car.
You shot 4 bullets into him, sir. He was just getting his license.
So I am an introvert. Respect the boundaries that I am.
Vote like our lives depend on it.
Because sometimes
They do.
Hey y'all, so that ad you just saw was a new political ad, and Rickey Smiley tweeted this ad out. And I just want to start by saying that I am highly disappointed in Rickey Smiley. I am to the point where I am sick, tired, annoyed, appalled, and downright disgusted at the amount of people that continue to use the death of Black people for political points and political posturing. I am beyond sick of it. Do we know who Sandra Bland voted for in 2015 when she was killed in Texas under an Barack Obama Democratic presidency? Do we know if Eric Garner voted like his life depended on it before 2014 when he was killed in New York City under a Democratic Bill de Blasio mayor, Andrew Cuomo governor, and Democratic Barack Obama president? Do we know if George Floyd ever voted before 2020 and he was killed in Minneapolis as with a Democratic mayor, Jacob Frey, a Democratic governor, Tim Walz? Do we know if Breonna Taylor ever thought, today I'm gonna vote like my life depends on this? Before dying in 2020 in Louisville, Kentucky, under a Democratic mayor, Greg Fisher, and a Democratic governor, Andy Bashar. I'm beyond tired of real people's lives, real people's traumas continuing to be used for political gain, so these blue checks can get a pat on the back from their Democratic overlords for whatever favors and endorsements they're getting. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of this roller coaster of weaponizing Black people's traumas. I'm sick of the ambulance chasing. I'm sick of the grifting. You have an ad where people's last words are being used as an audio backdrop. Like, are we literally thinking about how disgusting and offensive this is? These are real people's family members. These are real people's friends. And for this to continue to be used for political gain, At what point do people get tired of this and want to hop off this emotional roller coaster? At what point can people not see that every single time that an election is coming up, that you have these news stories ramping up? You have people had a nerve to say, oh, what about Elijah McClain? This happened months ago. Why are we just not now hearing about this? Why do you think? Why do you think? Because they figured they could just go find one more name, one more instance to throw on top of the other names to continue to push whatever stories they feel like talking about today. These same blue checks never have conversations with you. They never have ads about your actual rights and you learning your rights. These freaking blue checks never sway your attention to turn on C-SPAN, to turn on the news when they're talking about the actual legislation and what's being inked on paper. These blue checks these blue checks, these blue checks never talk to you about not continuing to vote for and move towards actual legislation that continues to further criminalize and penalize Black people. They don't have those discussions. They do talk about voting. Not only do they talk about voting, they actually use trauma to get you in line and get you on board to sway you to vote in the way that they see fit. Now, if you are not new to my channel, you know that I am completely 100% on board to oppose legislation that further criminalizes people. I am completely on board to strip the hundreds of laws that continue to oppose freedom and autonomy, but these blue checks will have you think that you could just vote and turn a blind eye for the next 4 years. They make you think that your livelihood is directly, immediately dependent on national, the presidency, instead of your local politicians and legislation. And they will fool you into thinking that this is not, it has not continuously happened under Democratic governors, Democratic mayors, and even Democratic presidencies. And since we're talking about Democratic presidencies, what exactly is Joe Biden's plan of action for police brutality? What's Joe Biden's perspective on police brutality? What actual legislation has Joe Biden talked about implementing this that makes people think that you can vote like your life depends on it? The same Joe Biden that's responsible for the crime bill. So at this point, I'm annoyed. I'm fed up. If people want to continue to jump on this emotional roller coaster and actually think that they care about these people on an individual level, as opposed to continuing to use them for political gain to get y'all in line every few years. And don't even get me started on this fake narrative that, oh, Trump is sending federal troops when Obama literally sent federal troops to Ferguson. So I'm no longer going to play these games. I'm no longer going to feed into these narratives. I'm no longer going to help these blue checks line their pockets at the expense of everyday people and at the expense of actual people that lost their real family members. I'm sick and tired of these ads. I'm just... So if like y'all can't see at this point that this empty, oh, just go vote like your life depends on it. It'll all work itself. It'll all fix itself out. As soon as your guy is in there, you know, let's talk about everything else under the sun but this. Like, I mean, if y'all can't see at this point, I just, you know, hey. But those are my thoughts. You leave your thoughts below. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.